Hello, I'm Jen. Welcome back to my channel, Literary Love 123, where I combine my master's in English with my passion for the horror genre to talk about the books that I read. Today's video is a tag video. This is the New Year, New Me book tag for 2025. It is an original tag created by Kevin at Kevin Toll, and I will tag Kevin's channel down below. I was tagged by Pat at Book Chat with Pat and Nicole at Nicole's Bookish Nook, and I will tag each of their channels down below too. So there are 9 prompts, and let's get going. Number 1, fears. What is one book from your 2025 reading goals that scares you? None. I am not scared of books. I really think a lot of that has to do with some of the books I had to read in grad school that did scare me at first, but you know what? You dive in and you do it, and hey, that's how that works. Also, I'll talk about another book in a moment too that kind of helped me get over a fear of tackling books. And here's the thing too: if I'm reading a book and I don't like it, or it's just not working for me, or I find it to be, more taxing on my brain than enjoyable, since I read for pleasure now, I'll just DNF that book. So no books really scare me. Prompt number 2, patience. What is the one book on your 2025 reading goal that you want to start immediately? And for me, that is Coup de Grace by Sophia Ajram. And let me tell you about this book. This book has content and trigger warnings, so be sure to check those. Vickin has a plan: throw himself into the St. Lawrence River in Montreal and end it all for good, believing it to be the only way out for him after a lifetime of depression and pain. This is very personal and very relatable to me. But stepping off the subway, he finds himself in an endless looping station. Determined to find a way out again, he starts to explore the rooms and corridors ahead of him. But no matter how many claustrophobic hallways or vast cathedral-esque rooms he passes through, the exit is nowhere in sight. The more he explores his strange new prison, the more he becomes convinced that he hasn't been trapped there accidentally, and among the shadows and concrete, he comes to realize that he almost certainly is not alone. And this is said to be a terrifying psychological nightmare from a powerful new voice in horror. So I'm looking forward to reading this and feeling I will probably experience a great deal of catharsis while reading it. Okay, prompt number 3, growth. What book last year pushed you to reflect and or grow as a reader? And that is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. This is the book I mentioned a bit for prompt 1 about, after reading it, no books really scare me. So this book pushed me to conquer my fear of an unusually written book, an unusually styled book. Like, I'm trying to show you a little bit of how this is done. It is a story within a story within a story with footnotes and just really unique ways of writing, and it was quite an endeavor. But I did tackle it in a group. I led a group read for it, which definitely helped me not only to understand it better and to get more out of it, but to also have just a really fun time talking about it with other people. I was joined for a live discussion of the book by Mark at the Book Thing. I will tag his channel down below, and I will also link our live discussion for House of Leaves. All right, so let's move on. Prompt number 4, New Paths. What is one book and no, sorry, New Paths. What is one author you plan to try for the first time in 2025? And for me, that is Kat Dunn and her book, Hungerstone. I'm so excited about this book, so let me tell you about it. It is comped with S.T. Gibson's A Dowry of Blood, which I absolutely adore, and Amelia Hart's Wayward, which I haven't read yet. Lenore is the wife of steel magnate Henry, but 10 years into their marriage, the relationship has soured and no child has arrived to fill the distance growing between them. Henry's ambitions take them out of London and to the imposing Nethershaw Manor in the countryside, where Henry aims to host a hunt with society's finest. Lenore keeps a terrible secret from the last time her husband hunted, and though they never speak of it, it haunts their marriage to this day. The preparations for the event take a turn when a carriage accident near their remote home brings the mysterious Carmilla into Lenore's life. Yes, this is a reimagining or a new take on Carmilla, which is one of my favorite classics. Carmilla, who is weak and pale during the day but vibrant at night. Carmilla, who stirs up a hunger deep within Lenore. Soon, girls from local villages begin to fall sick before being consumed by a bloody hunger. Torn between regaining her husband's affection and Carmilla's ever growing presence, Lenore begins to unravel her past and, in doing so, uncovers a darkness in her household that will place her at a terrible risk. Set against the violent wilderness of the moors and the uncontrolled appetite of the Industrial Revolution, Hungerstone is a compulsive feminist reworking of Carmilla, the book that inspired Dracula, a captivating story of appetite and desire. Did somebody just have me in mind and write this book? It has all of the things that I am looking for. And additionally, one of the characters being named Lenore, I have to wonder if that is a nod to Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, this book seems like it is just going to be right up my alley. Absolutely perfect. So I cannot wait to read this book from Kat Dunn, who is a new author to me. Okay. Prompt number 5, self-care. What is one book and or series you revisit for comfort? I don't have necessarily just one book or series, so I'm going to do a kind of different spin on this and talk about an author that I frequently return to for comfort, and that author is Stephen King. Prompt number 6, forging ahead. What is your favorite debut book or first book in a series you read last year? So my favorite debut book last year was actually the last book I read for 2024, and that is My Darling Dreadful Thing by Johanna Van Veen. It is a sapphic gothic story that is absolute perfection. Loved it so much. And she has a new book coming out called Blood on Her Tongue. And I cannot wait to read that book. If you haven't checked out My Darling Dreadful Thing by Johanna Van Veen, consider this your sign. Go check it out. Prompt number 7. What or do you have a specific reading goal or challenge for the year? Okay. So, my theme for 2025, not just with my reading, but with all aspects of my life, is slow down. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I stress myself out. I demand too much of myself. And my goal in 2025 is to let up on myself. So my theme is slow down. With that in mind, I switched my reading goal for Goodreads from 100 books to 50 books. Now, the past few years, I've read, a little over 100 books. So I may surpass 50. I may not. And that's okay because this year is about slowing down, savoring, and working on my self-care. Okay, so number 8, breaking walls, bonus prompt. Do you have a non-book related goal for 2025 you wish to share? And I just shared that. So slow down. Teamwork is tag others. I'm not going to tag specific people, but if you see this tag, I would love for you to do it. If you do this tag, tag me because I want to see what your plans are for 2025. Thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you would hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell so we can continue to talk about the books that we want to read in 2025 and beyond. I'll see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you may be. Bye.